Motocoaster. The name that sends thrills to thrill seekers worldwide. The name that gets roller coaster enthusiasts frothing at the mouth at the thought of riding. Today, I'm going to try to answer the question people have been wondering since 2007. Why is Motocoaster the best roller coaster in Australia? First, let's look into the origins of this beloved attraction. Back in 2006, Dreamworld on the Gold Coast was in a pretty good position. The Claw and Wiggles World had recently opened, and the Tower of Terror and the Giant Drop were icons of the thrill-seeking world. But Dreamworld knew they needed something better. Something more extreme that would continue to entice guests. But what? Going with Intamin after their recent success at the park, they took a gamble and decided on a prototype family launch roller coaster design, which was basically Intamin's take on the well-received Vekoma booster bike. This was the Intamin Family Launch Coaster. Construction started with the park removing the unpopular and extremely hated Vintage Cars attraction, and the ride opened to massive, huge fanfare on November 23rd, 2007. Themed to motorcycle racing, and named after Australian motorcyclist Mick Doohan, Motocoaster immediately became a worldwide sensation, with people praising the unique design, solid layout, and comfortable seats. But now, let's get into the meat of the video. Why is Motocoaster the best roller coaster in Australia? Let's go through it bit by bit. First, the name. Mick Doohan's Motocoaster is an incredibly memorable name, and easily slides off the tongue. Mick Doohan's Motocoaster. Mick Doohan's Motocoaster. Hearing Mick Doohan makes you think of Mickey, which makes you think of Mickey Mouse, which makes you think of Disneyland, and thinking of Disneyland makes you appreciate being at Dreamworld, as Dreamworld has Motocoaster, while Disneyland doesn't. Next, the colour. The yellow colour is beautiful, and seeing the yellow track sitting there, surrounded by Australian flora, immediately transports you to a real-life motorcycle racing circuit. I don't think theming immersion on a roller coaster of this scale has been done since. Look at it. Next, let's talk about the onboard soundtrack. I remember this was a huge thing back in the news at the time. Remember that huge bidding war that happened between all the world-famous composers? They all tried their best to secure the rights to compose Motocoaster's soundtrack. It was pretty close, but John Williams got the winning bid in the end, and created the incredible soundtrack you can still hear while riding the ride to this day. Finally, let's talk about the thing that everyone can agree that's the best part of the ride experience. The seats. Seriously, look at them. You looking? You get to sit in replicas of real motorcycles. These seats are world-renowned for just how comfortable they are, with Dreamworld even buying the exclusive rights to these seats, and this is why all future Intamin bike coasters have those awful, different, more restrictive designs, like Jet Rescue at SeaWorld. Hate. Motocoaster even has sidecars. Speaking of which, back in 2012, Harry Potter creator J.K. Rowling visited the park, and after she saw Motocoaster, she immediately said, "We got to use this." A few years later, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure opened at Universal, using trains that they obviously, and actually confirmed, were inspired by Motocoaster. The legacy of Motocoaster has been felt worldwide since its legendary opening nearly 20 years ago. Since then, both Intamin and Vekoma have dedicated their time to making more motorcycle coasters, with multiple inferior clones of the ride opening worldwide. Parks even attempted to name their coasters after Motocoaster, but this practice was quickly stepped out after Kenny Koala's famous and threatening speech. The ride has inspired millions of people around the world to become roller coaster enthusiasts, and it cemented Australia's place on the world stage when it comes to theme parks and thrilling roller coasters. The ride really inspired me personally, Theme Park Ogre. I remember walking into the Motocoaster queue and nearly fainting because Motul is hard. When I came to, I remember being in awe at the yellow track, and something, happened within me. I thought to myself, theme park be cool. I asked my parents to legally change my name to Theme Park Ogre. They agreed. The ride went under a name change itself back in 2018, with Mick Doohan being unable to pay Dreamworld their super high licensing fees for them to use his name. The ride still resides at the park, and to this day remains the most popular ride on the Gold Coast, and the most popular ride in Australia, with it frequently having hour-plus queues even on quieter days. The UNESCO recently paid Dreamworld to make the ride site a World Heritage Site, so the future of this ride is secured, with no likely replacements coming soon. I know this has been an incredibly long video, but if you've been listening to my, 5 hours of ranting, I'd like to thank you, yes you, personally. This video took over 9,000 hours to create, and I've dedicated all of my full time to it. So, liking this video would be greatly appreciated, as well as subscribing and ringing that notification bell. I would like to say thank you to my YouTube members, the Ogre Bros and the Ogre Sisters. A big thank you to Straws, Cooper Down Under, SW Stevie 1, Artie Husky, Matt Jones, Anti-Furry, TV, Rysis is a bomb? I think I said that right. Dr. I Stan, Randall. Movies Like Everyone celebrate Dennis North 30th. I Liam's Law, Jack W, Pringle on Top, Jam Kite, Kerry Jekyll, Koala 75, and Mr. Yum Yum. Thank you all so much for your generous support. I really appreciate it. Be sure to join me next time as I delve into the fascinating history of Australia's second best roller coaster, Doomsday Destroyer at Movie World. I'll talk about why it was the best ride in the park, the second best ride in Australia, and why its recent closure is a colossal calamity for theme park enthusiasts everywhere.
Attention please, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls riding Doomsday, this is your ride supervisor speaking. Folks, unfortunately we are experiencing a slight technical delay here at Doomsday.
And why its replacement will be poo-poo. Even after this 5-hour epic, I know I probably have more Motocoaster videos left in me, so I hope you look forward to it. Thanks for watching, thanks for clicking like, keep on riding, keep on ogering, ogre in the comments, ogre, 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 ogres are like onions, always remember this, and Ogre and out. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ogre.
That sounded like an explosion at the old
Ogre
place.
Don't tell anyone, but I think Motocoaster should be replaced, or get a retracking, or get new trains, or get rethemed, or get replaced, or get replaced, or get replaced. Actually, I'm lying. Motocoaster's amazing. King Motocoaster 2027, yeah!